And we're back. Imagine that. Right at the tail end of that song, we get blocked. That makes me want to play all the Can albums tonight. Hopefully everybody knows how to refresh and can find me again. Well, I got away with playing the other songs on the LPs, so we should be able to pass through this without any other copyright restrictions, but we shall see. Hey, Tassio, welcome. You can all hear me out there, right? I can hear myself. Check 1, 2, yep. Okay. Didn't go as planned, but that was kind of a last minute decision to play that Can live footage on the Beat Club. Okay, well, now that we're back, how's everybody's holiday going? Or the Black Friday, right? RSD Black Friday. Who actually does that stuff? We all know who does that. Not this guy. I think we'll be playing some Monster Movie first by Can. Then I got 2 others pulled out. We're going to probably do a full length, but then also pick and choose some tracks from Igbem Yazi. Just kind of chit-chat for a while, too, since we're, just starting the stream. Hey, welcome, Kimba. We got some Can footage there on the screen. I thought that was going to work for sure. I don't know how the sensors caught on to that, but that's how it goes sometimes. All we can do is try, right? Hey, welcome back, Carol. Open a can of worms. A can opener. Yeah, I got canned pretty good there at the end, right? And who knows, maybe we'll do some substances later. You didn't see that. Or maybe we already have taken some, you never know. Some of them gubbies are still kind of rubbing off, man. So I might fall asleep on you smoking some dumb gas. Was it Rock Palace? I mean, I've been doing the handheld for a while now. Got the lavalier for my actual videos that I post. This is going to work for the live streams, I think. Hooked up to the mixer back there. Nice to see you here, Tassie. I know you've been kind of obsessive on my videos lately. Leaving comments on, like, I don't know, 4-year-old videos. The shirt, I don't remember where I got this exact shirt. Probably from a thrift store. I actually went out looking for some new shirts recently because we're thinking about taking a photo shoot for my band, or our band. It's a duo. Might take some Polaroid shots for the album cover, well, the back cover, I should say. The front cover, album cover, is coming along pretty well. It's like a collage piece from an artist. I think he lives in Virginia. He's on Instagram, and got to contact him and It's a collage piece of like a desert, snowy mountains, and like the galaxy. But we've been recently working on the font work. I'm just trying to decide what font works best, and we're kind of going for like a Western, kind of old Westerny, 1800s kind of font. Doesn't really match the music per se. It's a lot more spatial, experimental, electronic, and obviously a throwback to the psychedelic era. It's coming together pretty well. So now we're just in the mastering process. We've pretty much finalized all the individual tracks. Might have to go back to a few of them, but we gotta put them all into one project and send it off to the label pretty soon. Hopefully we can get it all finished by the end of the year. Astral Yacht. Yes, we are on Bandcamp now. So if you'd like to follow us, I don't know if you can follow us if we don't have any releases. We don't have anything posted on there now, but so far we just have an image and our name up there. Really easy to sign up on Bandcamp. Yeah, it seems a little obsessive, Tasio. This fella, if you guys don't know Tasio, he's kind of a new discoverer of my YouTube page, my Instagram. He's like the #1 Syd Barrett fan, and I've kind of blown his mind with everything else psychedelia-wise. He's just a discovering machine, going back to some old videos. You didn't miss too much, Randy. Oh, the Rock Palace show. I thought it was Beat Club. But anyways. I thought we could get away with some like live footage, and I looked in the description, didn't see any tags for copyright. I don't know. Maybe it was like the footage itself, huh? That was the first time I just spontaneously put that shared screen. I'd never tried that, so I thought maybe that'd be kind of a fun little introduction. Yeah, it was a short can stream, wasn't it? Well, anyways, been off work the past 2 days, and because of the holiday, I've been taking it really easy, really laid back, staying in bed longer. I've been waking up earlier. I haven't really slept too well the last couple nights, which is not usually me. I usually get a lot of good sleep, but I don't know what the deal is there. Yeah, and it's been kind of getting colder too, so not much to do outside as far as walking or riding the bike. Thought about working out today, and then, I made a big meal last night and decided that, just wasn't up for it today, I guess. Kind of spoiled myself last night. But no shopping for me, man. No RSD Black Friday. I thought about doing like a little comedy skit, have it be like a minute long, showing what I picked up, and it's like super generic artists. It's just it's a cash grab, right, man? It's the grift, it's the hustle. I have to work around these kind of people. Not saying that I'm one, but I'm in the background, if you know what I'm saying. I'm an observer at my workplace. Yeah, last time I wanted to hang out with Sasquatch, I met David Paulides. Look him up. You guys ever into that missing people cases or Bigfoot cases? You guys know David Paulides. He's got this big channel here on YouTube. I pretty much listen to every video he puts out. It's every other day of missing people cases and how they're all connected. Missing 411. He's got some documentaries on Tubi that his son and him produced. It's kind of interesting dude. I'd look into him. I'll type it here in the comment section. David Politis. Looks like Pilates, but I think it's spelled this way. Something like that. You'll find him. Missing 411. Missing information. You didn't know what 411 means. But yeah, we'll get to the music here shortly. Just seeing who's all here in the chat. Just kind of catching up with you guys. Tubi's free, man. What are you talking about? Besides the commercials, I really like Tubi compared to something like Netflix. I mean, I still have Netflix, but I haven't signed in in like 2 years. Could never find anything on there. But then anymore, I just hook my laptop up to my TV and, stream on the 123 Movies sites. And, but Tubi though, it's got some pretty underground stuff on there. Some obscure releases that I never thought I'd see on there. What's the one? Rolling Thunder. It's that early Tommy Lee Jones film. Have you guys seen that one? It's a pretty crazy thriller. I think it's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films. I think it came out in like 76, I want to say. They made movies different back then, man. Got that hook as a hand. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I forget the lead actor's name, but he's in Marathon Man. He's done a lot of different commercials in recent years too, I think. He's still around. I forget his name though. Anyways. I can't even remember the last time I was excited for RSD titles. I think I only picked up 2 in my whole life. And this was years ago. I picked up the Polaris soundtrack to the Adventures of Pete and Pete, that Nickelodeon show. Some pretty good jangle pop, man. I still have that record. And I think they reissued it in recent years too, but it was hard to find for a long time. First time it was ever pressed on vinyl. And then the other one I got was the Stooges live at Ugano's. Sound quality was just not doing it for me. It was definitely bootleg quality. Tape transferred onto vinyl. Didn't please my ears, and I'm a Stooges fanatic, or at least I was at that time. In case anyone's wondering what we're playing in the background, it's the best of IGL, Iowa Great Lakes, and it's the folk rock compilation I picked up. Get it on the camera there, maybe not. Picked it up earlier this year. Top tier 12-string jangle pop goodness. Yeah, what was the one I watched? No, it was on YouTube, actually. And YouTube's got a lot of free movies, too. People just upload if they don't have too much copyright. What was it called? It was, I gotta look on Letterboxd. I'm on there. It's a good way to track films, by the way, if you don't have Letterboxd. You can rate movies, see different people's lists. I'm gonna find that one I just watched. I'm getting there. Let's see. Well, I watched Punishment Park. You guys seen that? Talk about relevant. But the film I did watch was Top of the Heap. Came out in 1972. It's not exactly, it's somewhat blaxploitation, and the plot is a black cop is pushed over the edge when he is passed over a promotion, leading him on a violent personal crusade against criminals, punctuated by feverish psychedelic dream visions. Yes. Definitely recommend this if you guys can find it. It is on YouTube. It's pretty good. pretty wild. Oh man, I watched Robert Zemeckis' Flight. Oh, that was terrible. I was laughing at how bad it was. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That's kind of more of a mainstream title, but oh. See, I was hearing so many good things about it. It came out like 2012, I guess. Oh. That was laughably bad. But Robert Zemeckis, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously I love, like, Back to the Future, but once he gets hooked on to Tom Hanks, it just gets so, like, cliche. But I was getting pissed on Flight when I heard, like, you know, that cliche of throwing the big Rolling Stones songs in there, and you got John Goodman playing a kooky character. I was like, I gotta stop this. I don't know. I'm just not much of a mainstreamer kind of guy when it comes to movies. I like that underground stuff. Back when you didn't have to worry about so many restrictions and people risk their lives making these movies, you know? It just makes it more real to me. Yeah, I think Ermin Schmid, the keyboardist, I think he's the last original member left. Well, and then Malcolm Mooney, too. You don't hear much about him these days. The original vocalist. I guess I couldn't tell you what lakes are out there in Iowa. I mean, I spent enough time out there, but not enough to know the lakes, I guess. Oh, dude. Aaron, Duel, for me. So on Letterboxd, you can only put your top 4 movies of all time on there. On your profile, you got 4 choices, like pick 4 films of all time. Duel's on there, man. I love that film. I got the Blu-ray. But I think they just recently came out with the 4K edition. I'd love to have like a poster of that film. Spielberg's best. Maybe, I mean, that's a controversial take, but dude, I grew up watching that film, and I love that it never shows the truck driver, and I just love it all. Obviously, it could be a little more finer tuned, but for being made for television originally, it's amazing. I've watched the making of it. Uh-oh, I better take that footage off. We got canned last time. Yeah, we'll probably be alright, but got some canned footage. Oh yeah, and it's kind of interesting too on Duel how, you know, it's like he's going through a relationship problem, and it kind of, how do I word this? Like it kind of translates through the truck as well, like it's almost like, you know, his last name Mann, David Mann, he's got to be the man of the household, and then they're talking about that on the radio. It's like there's some different elements, different themes happening within the film, more than just a cat and mouse chase. I haven't seen the Sugarland Express, this next one with Goldie Hawn. I haven't seen that one. I don't even have Jaws on Blu-ray, which is kind of a shame. Oh, since we're talking about movies, and then we'll get to some Can, I promise. We will. I did pick up on some Criterion Blu-rays. If you guys don't know, November is 50% off Criterion. Get on it, because they're $40 a piece otherwise at Barnes & Noble. But I usually don't buy them from there. I usually get them online for much cheaper, like $15-20. But I decided, what the hell, I'll just pick up a couple titles, and picked up on one I've been wanting to get, and then one was kind of a splurge, one I hadn't seen in a few years, and I kind of see it in a different light, and we'll talk about it. The Parallax View. You guys know this one? Warren Beatty. It's one of the best 70s political thrillers, man. And it's got one of the best sequences of like, I wouldn't say MK Ultra kind of stuff, but it's like, it's doing a test on the mind, showing you like a whole bunch of, a collage of different feelings you're supposed to feel when you see these images up on the screen. Kind of like the Clockwork Orange kind of idea. Man, this is so good. Oh yeah, Joyride. I've seen that. That's a good comparison, Kimba. I just saw that, I think, this year, early on. Hey, Baron, welcome. Nice to see you catch a live stream. Yeah, the Parallax View. Recommend it, man. It's kind of along the same lines as like 3 Days of the Condor and All the President's Men. Kind of in that same vein, but man, this one's so good. Practical effects. And I'm sure everybody knows this one. This is kind of like, you know, you might laugh, but there's actually some depth to this film. Risky Business. This just came out from Criterion. And of course, you know, it's known for that cultural shot right there. Tom Cruise sliding in his undies, but dude, this has got some, it's got a killer soundtrack too. The Tangerine Dream soundtrack. I've been playing that a lot recently on my drives. It's kind of fun. But, you know, it's pre-Scientology Cruise, which I prefer. But yeah, it's fun. I got a Trig midterm tomorrow, and we're listening to Can on Psychedelic's channel. Anyways, who else we got here? And then we'll start the Can session. We're gonna be here a while, I think, tonight. See how long you guys last. Might be here for a couple hours. We'll see. Hey, Roy, welcome. Roy's the guy that knows someone from Wayne, Nebraska. I still remember that. I like that old time rock and roll. I never really liked that song. I mean, as a kid, I probably did, but that's all we had. You know, pre-internet days. Me and my dad used to drive around and listen to Bob Seger's greatest hits on cassette tape. So it's nostalgic in some ways, but I've heard that song enough. I like weddings and stuff. Okay, here we go. So there's only one track that YouTube didn't like that we're going to play tonight from one of these albums. We're going to kick it off with Monster Movie. Because everybody's tired of hearing me talk. Here we go. It did not like Father Cannot Yell, which is blocked in some countries apparently. Sit back, enjoy the trip. Get your popcorn, your gummies, you know, line them up on the mirror, whatever you have to do. I've already dabbled. Bet you weren't expecting me to show that, were you? You thought Derek was a normie. Just being weird.
Silver bells and cocker shells and pretty men all in a row. Went to see Contrary Mary, told her I refused to tarry. We spoke very soft and slow. You got your pretty men married, standing in a row. Mary, Mary, Mary. cigarette. I turned around and then we left, smiling as the wave began to grow. You got your pretty men all in a row. Mary, Mary, so black and dreary. How does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty men all in a row. Mary, 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 Mary. I went to see Contrary Mary, told her I refuse to tarry. He spoke very soft and slow. You got your pretty man standing in a row. Mary, 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 Mary,
You know, oftentimes I do stay away from sodas, but man, sometimes a cold Pepsi is just all I need some days. It's like people only do things because they just want to get paid. That's just really sad. I feel like we need to do some pitch adjustment on this song, don't you think? Just kidding. Rib for Mr. Bizarro's pleasure. Ew.
Many things are you afraid of? He said, no thing. just saw her, kid saying, another color. I don't know if that's good or bad. The 5 colors make the ear blind. Jackie said that. The action hears the sound. I yell back. Can you hear the train whistle outside the door? I'll go down 3 or 4 times in advance, maybe sometimes more. Now and then, after and before, the tired on the dance floor. Can you hear the train whistle outside the door? Want to dance off some more? Want to dance off some more? Want to dance off some more? Like before.
Whoa, man. Yeah, that's pretty intense for 1969. Very punky, right? Damn, it's so good. But I guess the reason this whole can stream's happening is just because one track in particular, which is on this album, You Do Right, You Do Right. Man, that gets stuck in my head after a while, and we're going to play that next. I love that track. It's just so hypnotic, so simple, to the point. I love it. And it just kind of evolves. Wasn't it from like a 12-hour session that they were doing or something? How could you play for 12 hours? But being Jackie Liebsy, I believe it. That man, his dogs are barking every night after he plays those drums. But yeah, I was going to say too, we lost Damo Suzuki this year. Didn't he have like cancer or something? But this is Malcolm Mooney. Oddly similar in vocal style. You know, there's a lot of shouting going on, but yeah, you can tell Malcolm was maybe going through his breakdown during these sessions, man. I don't know. I don't remember exactly why he broke down. I guess it was just he fled the U.S., right? From being deported and then, or drafted, I should say. And then I just kind of fell into this group one night at a club, right? I forget the story exactly. I don't have any Can books, but I'd like to pick some up if there's some out there. But notice they're called the Can. Yeah, I used to say this is my favorite, and it still is way up there, but I've gotten to the point where I'm just saying every single record during their classic period is just on its own, individually unique in some way. Can't really compare any of them. They're just all their own trips. And I used to claim this to be my favorite, but anymore, I think it truly is Future Days, and that's the full length coming up after You Do Right. But yeah, we'll play some of that and then play some from Igbamyazi. But yeah, I was saying earlier, Ermin Schmid, I think he's the last original member left. He's up there too. I think he was like the oldest member of the group at the time too. I think he's like pushing 40, if I remember correctly, or maybe his mid 30s or something. Yeah, Gila. I don't have any of their records. I had a hard time getting into them, but I got to re-listen. I got to revisit them. Can you please play side 2? So many good songs on side 2. Well, that was the plan, Randy. I think I got to flip it over. Get some background tunes going. And then I was going to talk about some other records like in between. So I'll probably talk about some more once we get to the next LP. But did score a couple records at a thrift store. Can you believe that? It's been so dry out here. And then since Dom's here, I wanted to say thanks, man, for all of this. This is on Rockadelic. You guys have this one? This came out the year I was born, 1993. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is the track listings all inverted compared to the Century release, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's all garage. And they're kind of ballady, some upbeat tracks, so I can live with it. But I do like how it kicks off with Relay on the original release, and I know Gerson just reissued it. I just wasn't super big about picking it up, but once you offered it to me, Dom, I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And then, of course, this one, too. Oh, you guys got that? And then this one here. This is kind of new to me, but I was looking at it when you showed me your purge list. The Same. Sink or Swim. It's a reissue. He's going through a reissue purge, which I'm okay with, man. I'll pick some up. Just depends what the record is, right? For me, it's about owning the music first and foremost, but if it's super unattainable, like Lazy Smoke, There's a New Dawn, Cath 1, I'm not gonna, donate a kidney for that. Unless it's like, Justin O'Brien and Jake acetates, maybe I'll think about it, but yeah, Index, Box. I still don't have those either. I compared it to the Rebs. They're from Iowa. They have a really obscure... It's mostly covers, though. It's a really amateurish record and kind of in the same lane as, like, The Contents Are. And, yeah, just those kind of string of bands. Oh yeah, man. I got a couple Guru. I like to get their self-titled on Brain. I just don't care for their whole, it's that album where they do the 50s covers on side 1. Don't care for those. But I like the side 2 of that. Yeah, I'm still looking for some more Rockadelics, and Almond Duel 2, I only have Fallis Day and Wolf City. I've been keeping an eye on getting a copy of, what's it called? The second album. You know what it is. Yeti. Yeah, Cath 1. Have they recently reissued that? I don't think so. I think the Rockadelic came out in like 2005. I think they pressed it on CD. It was like one of the more last things they did. But yeah, Kangaroo. I love that. Love that one. And UFO, man, that's like Scatterbrain City. Just some mind meltage guitar on that one. And then, you know, in case anybody's around for the next hour and a half, however long we're going to be here, I'm going to spoil you guys to the very end. And I'm going to perhaps play one of my quote-unquote rough masters of one of my tracks for the upcoming album Astral Yacht. Yes, it's official. We're going to try and press this thing on vinyl. And so far, we have... I'm kind of repeating myself, but in case anyone missed it, we got all the rough masters pretty much finished. We might go back to a few of the tracks, but we're all putting them all into one project now, having some of the tracks continuously flow and just giving it a first blind listen. Next time I meet up with my engineer, then we got to figure out what the specs are for the dynamic range and just all of the standards. You got to meet the standards for the record label, so we're just kind of figuring that all out. But the album cover is pretty much complete, I think. So, yeah, stick around. I might play one of those songs for you. Anyways, let's move on to Can.
I do right, like you do right.
Take it away, Malcolm.
You made up a live around me, said.
Anyways, quick side note, since Dom, you're here. You have this record? I thrifted this one last weekend. Scott Key, The Forest and the Sea. It's apparently a private press kind of thing. Found this one sealed out in rural Nebraska. I don't know, it kind of seemed like it maybe be your thing. It's kind of like instrumental acoustic folk from what I've heard so far.
When they ask what's wrong, I say I'm okay. I'm in love with my girl, she's away. Man got to move on, man, got to move on, man. I need your help, I need your love today. A drumbeat 21 hours a day. Once I was blind, but now I see. Now that you're in love with me, you made a believer out of me, babe. You made a believer out of me. Got to do I got to do you do right. I do you do right. I do you do right. I do you do right. When I ask what's wrong, I say I'm okay. I'm in love with my girl, she's away. Man
So Ryan, I showed the first thrift find here, Scott Key, The Forest in the Sea. This was actually sealed when I found it. The record cleaned up pretty well. Had some water damage issues on the cover, still does, but the vinyl cleaned up really nice. But the find was this one. Check this out, Emmett Rhodes, The American Dream, which is basically, I think they're pretty much all merry-go-round sessions. The vinyl, when you look at it, it's pretty ugly looking. Looks like we're closing out on You Do Right. Awesome track, right? Love it. I just had that stuck in my head. Had to do a stream just to get it out of me. You made a believer out of me. But, yeah, the vinyl on this could be better, but it actually plays pretty decent. I'm not even going to show it on camera because I'm afraid to, because, I mean, I can. It's just, it looks pretty banged up, but it played pretty well. I can even testify right now putting it on, but I'm not going to. But Roy, man, you've seen some cool acts back in your day. The Deviants and Edgar Broughton Band, and I think you mentioned some others, some other big ones. Let's get some background noise here. Oh, I love this track.
I said, is it real? I can't explain how she comes and goes without a name. Although I know she'll be back someday when summer comes. She is that way. It's true. Yes, it is. It's true. How I would love you. Summer through. Oh, summer love. I love oh, summer Now she's gone, I can't explain what happens how she never came. It's true, I do, I love her so. Summer's long, don't let her go. It's true, how I do love you. How I do love you.
Yeah, I just wrote the track down for you. Tessio. It's my favorite off the album, probably. That compilation. Anyways, yeah, I hope you're digging the stream so far. We're only 1/3 of the way, man. But yeah, the Deviants, they were an early one for me, man. Totally. I mean, I was obsessed with Patouf for a while. Some of those freaky moments. Deviation Street, Garbage, I'm Coming Home. Whew, that's a banger. I played that in the bar one time. That was awesome. Just hearing those on the, hearing that noise fest on those subs. It was great. I read your comment earlier, Randy, about the Uba. I mean, it would fit alongside this, but we're playing Can. This is a Can stream. I could play it in the background, though. Found a debut James Brown OG the other day. the other week. Nice. I think the one I only have by him, as far as originals go, I still have Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Still have that one. I've had that since my first big haul when I was a teenager. I got this huge collection at an auction in my small town for like $20. And it had like some amazing stuff in there. A lot of it I don't have anymore. I think I still have like Hendrix, Dark Side of the Moon, a few other titles from that haul, but a lot of it was like classic rock oriented. All the AC/DCs, Led Zeppelins. I've talked about it in the past. For being a teenage kid into classic rock, that was kind of a dream come true for me. $20. I had a dream that vampires stole my lunch money. Dude, I usually don't remember my dreams. I mean, unless they really stick out, but man, I had a weird one last night. It kind of woke me up. I was kind of like, was that real? Did that really happen? So in my apartment here, I remember I was looking through the keyhole, or not the keyhole, the hole to look out on the door. And I remember as soon as I looked in there, was like two figures. Like, I don't know if they had ski masks, if they were robbing the joint or what. Why would they rob an apartment building? Anyways, looked like they were trying to rob the joint. As soon as I looked in there, they're like both staring at me. And then I remember as I was still looking in there, a dude's head popped through where the doorknob is supposed to be. Somehow got his head through the doorknob and was like trying to grab me. Yeah, it was weird. True story. Had that dream last night. It was kind of strange. Oh yeah. I can't own a... What do you think I'm made of, man? I can't afford housing. Of course, and I'm a single man. Of course we all live in apartments. I don't mind it though. It's actually pretty dope spot. Pretty tight, pretty small, but it's just what I need. I've always lived the apartment life. Yeah, after seeing stuff like that, I do need to seek therapy. Because, if anything, I'm giving too much music therapy. Well, you never know. I might have partaked earlier. You don't know that. That was the cookie dough blizzard mixed with chocolate talking. No, I couldn't really eat one of those right now. Like what I ate earlier was not good. It would not go well with ice cream, I should say. Yeah, I thought Pink Fairies was the one you were talking about, Roy. Let's get this queued up and we'll speak a little bit. Let's get some can going. In case anyone doesn't know, kind of hid it from you. Future Days. To me, this is my favorite, probably. If I had to choose. Desert Island pick. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the struggle I have right now. I'd like to play drums. We have to rely on, like, with some computer software as far as the percussion goes. Right. Yep, I knew about Twink. Maybe it's just my head, but maybe I hear everything on the left channel, and yet my voice is on the right channel. Is that how the record starts out? I don't remember that. Here, let me test something here. Okay, I think we're having... Yeah, it's a little... Yeah, something about the RCA cables. Every time I put the needle on it, it seems like it gets out of sync on the channel for some reason. Hold on. That's the red one. There we go. I don't know why that's so touchy. It's such an old turntable. I think I had that problem down at the Storm Cellar, the bar I DJ'd at. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Randy. Tazio, he's kind of getting psychedelicized, so let's take it easy on him. He's kind of new to the game, I think. Maybe not new, but he's discovering on my channel. And I also wanted to say, side note, I'm really glad we have no Wi-Fi issues. We haven't been canned yet. Stream's going pretty well so far. And like I said in the chat earlier, if anything happens, I'll try to restream and start this thing all over in case anything goes haywire here. Really love that Really love that tropical sound to it. Outsiders is some good stuff. Man, I hope we can play that sometime. Yeah, it's a top favorite. I mean, it sounds ahead of its time. It's really good, man. Tasio, yeah, this is like their most tropical, coastal kind of sounding record. Very, somewhat ambient in spots. This is the shit, man. I love this track too. There's a progression in here. I'll point out when it comes up. It's one of my favorite can moments. Round of applause to Jackie Liebezeit. Damn. Yeah, this is one of my favorite progressions right here. Just swiftly changes the whole pace. I love it. That was the track Spray. Spray and neuter your pets. That's basically the message behind that song.
Little
Oh, I forgot how funky that was. Wow. That was great. And it gets even funkier later in the night. We once we get there, man. Oh, I love that. But yeah, if anything, this channel, that's my whole goal, man. Expose the music to new listeners, if there even is new listeners of Can. You know, I don't assume everybody knows them. I just kind of do this for fun. Just, you know, familiar music, but also just, you know, turning people on to new sounds. Yeah, nobody can compete with Jackie Liebezit though on them drums. He just dominates. It's all that time learning that free jazz. I'm going to flip it over here and then we'll chit-chat a little more. I appreciate that, man. How do you pronounce your name? Tasio? Tazio? It don't matter. I'll come up with a nickname. I'll call you Sid, because you love Sid Barrett so much. Yeah, I need to pick up on his second album. I just never see it. I have Madcap Laughs, though, which is pretty damaged in its own right. Damaged in a good way. Let's play some more Iowa compilations here. Anyone feel a buzz, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. My eyes are getting so heavy. Boy, these songs go way back. I didn't know what we're going to hear on this one, but it's more of the IGL rock history. Yeah, we're not going to do all of Can tonight, but I just pulled these because it is Can, live in Paris. Boy, this one's a trip. This is a head trip. If there ever was one. I think they just came out with a new live, didn't they? Live in somewhere, 1977 or something. I don't look past 1973 for Can. I just like their classic period. Tago Mago. Now Tasio, this is the one you need to look into if you're interested in Can. We're not going to play this one tonight, but this is like mostly regarded as like their magnum opus, you could say. And I'm pretty content not owning originals. I mean, these reissues on their own Spoon label do sound pretty decent. They sound pretty tight. Well, we flipped the sucker over, so let's start on it right here. This is called Bel Air. Another sidelong cut. And Can is still playing live. Here's Ehrman.